I recently got invited to attend an event that had a ton of professional content creators. I decided to go around and ask what advice would they give to a beginner content creator. This is what they said. All right, so I've been hanging out with Anthony. We've been talking a lot about like YouTube strategy and stuff like that. And I thought it'd be cool if he could give you guys a little bit of encouragement.
We're gonna tell them all the secrets. Something interesting I'll get asked quite often is like shorts, long form videos. What should I focus on? Is it too saturated? And one of the things we were actually just talking about, give you a little bit of insight here, is that it's not too saturated. And a big thing is not to feel like you need to copy someone else's voice. When I first got started, it was Lightroom tutorials. Not a lot of people know this, but I posted a video because I felt like all of the other videos didn't answer the question that I had in a way that made sense to me. So if there's something that you feel is maybe like missing and you can figure out how to put a unique spin on it, definitely make that video.
You heard it here. That's great advice. And yeah, definitely just lean into it and give it your own unique style, because that's what people need. I say it all the time here on the channel, but people need the content you will create. All right, cool.
Awesome.
All right, I'm here with Jayhawk at Condo. Could you just encourage the audience with some advice?
Everyone still is like just trying to figure it out, whether it be having some self-doubt or is this a good idea or is this gonna work? And I think it's really refreshing to know everyone, no matter your experience level or talent level, all kind of deals with the same thing. So yeah, it happens to everyone. So just keep doing your thing and it'll click eventually.
Yeah, none of us have like arrived, or like none of us have made it. Like, yes, we're at Condo, like it's super cool, but like there's still more to do. And it's like, yeah, you're at that part in your journey right now. So just like lean into it, have fun and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Arthur, could you encourage the audience with just a tip and some inspiration for them today?
All right, a tip I have for you, and this is something that I struggled with initially, is you overanalyze, you overthink, and then you underdo. So there's a saying that goes, done is better than perfect, and I think that applies to so many things in life, but especially YouTube. If you're just starting out, your first videos are not gonna be bangers, they're not gonna be excellent usually, and they're not gonna be up to this level that you set for yourself. But if you just consistently grind, put out stuff, you learn from it, you move on, you improve, just get it done. Get it done. Don't look for perfection.
If you're a perfectionist, this will set you free. You know, just like
big time.
The other quote I've heard that goes kind of with this is, nothing's ever finished, it's just released. So you've got to just start releasing stuff, realize it's never going to be perfect, and you'll start seeing some cool results. So get at it.
Yep.
All right, thanks, Arthur.
Yeah.
All right, I'm here at Condo with Benj. Could you just encourage the audience real quick?
The thing is, your first videos are gonna be terrible, they're gonna be awful, you're gonna go back and be really annoyed, but pushing through that is gonna be what actually makes you feel fine about talking to the camera. Even this right now, I would've had a full panic attack like 3 years ago, but now this is a normal part of my everyday life. So the more you do it, it's just like anything, repetition, and then you finally get to a point where you actually can feel comfortable, and it's something that can be successful as long as you kind of practice.
Awesome advice. Thank you so much for encouraging the audience. Repetition, stay consistent with it. You guys have got this. Woo! All right, so we're here wandering around Condo. We ran into Dylan Blackburn, who's an awesome creator. And Dylan, would you give some encouragement and advice to the audience? How would you encourage them?
Well, I gotta say, you probably see a lot of big creators here at Sony Condo, and you probably want to work your way up and reach a goal to where you can be able to come here as well. But I personally only have like 12,000 subscribers on YouTube, 6,000 followers on Instagram. So if I can do it, I know you guys can as well.
That is some awesome advice. Thanks, Dylan, so much. And it's a great reminder, like, those opportunities can come knocking at any point. Just focus on making awesome content.
Exactly.
I'm here with Joe from the Film Alliance. Joe, could you encourage the audience a little bit?
Sure. No matter how many times you try, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to fail along your journey. So just keep on keeping on, and you will eventually get to the point where you'll be making videos and eventually you're going to make videos that you envision. And eventually you're going to make the videos that you envision that you can make. You can do it. It's just gonna take some work, and you're gonna make mistakes. When I bought my first camera, it was the Osmo Pocket 1, and for the first time in my life, I was so excited because I invested in myself. And once I bought that camera, something clicked in my head where I knew it was no longer a hobby for me. I was no longer going to go around with my smartphone and just get cool videos and put them together and then show my family. Now that I had the Osmo Pocket 1, it was time to go out there and prove to myself that I could do it. And along that journey, I made hundreds of mistakes, thousands of mistakes. And here I am now. My YouTube channel might have about 70,000 subscribers. And to me, that's a huge success. But along that journey, I made tons of mistakes. So I'm here to encourage you that you can do it. You will do it as long as you stick to it.
You've got to fail forward, and that's the way to go. Like, don't think of it as like, oh, I just made a mistake again. It's like, no, you just learned a lesson again.
Yes.
You know, and I can say the same for me. I make mistakes all the time, but that's just a part of the process, and it's you know, a really good part of the process because it teaches you to grow. And I think that's awesome advice, Joe.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing it with the audience.
Thank you. All right, Ben, thank you.
Let's go. River, could you encourage the audience real quick?
Absolutely. I always try to think about a goal that I want to achieve like 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now. And I just constantly think about that goal. If you need to put it on your wall, put it on your wall. But anytime I'm like overworked, I'm tired, I'm unmotivated, I just think about this goal that I really want to achieve. For me, it was moving to New York at 6 months down the road. And then whenever I was like, man, I'm tired, I don't want to do this. But I'm like, you may not want to do this thing, but you could go to New York. And I'm like, all right, let's just keep working. So for me, that's really been fuel. And I find anytime someone's looking for encouragement, they just want to feel motivated. So I find if you just laser focus on a goal, that might be all the motivation you need.
You got to keep that vision in mind because feelings are fleeting, but you got to have that discipline to stay focused. So awesome advice, River. Thank you so much. Stay creative. I'm here with Zach. Zach, could you encourage the audience real quick?
Yeah, just when you're doing your work, just do it, enjoy it, make sure that you love it. Even right now, I don't do full-time content creation, but whenever I get the chance to do it, I absolutely enjoy it. Try to maximize your efforts, make sure that it's optimized and it's something that people actually want to watch, and you can kind of get a little bit of your foot in the door, even if you're doing it part-time like myself. So I'm stoked that I get to be at an event like Condo, and it's possible for you too.
Awesome, Zach. I love that. Definitely got to enjoy it. You guys have got this. I'm here with Kofi. Could you encourage the audience real quick?
Honestly, man, making content starting out, you gotta just get it out of the way. Just press record, put those videos up. You might not like the first videos you put up. I'm gonna tell you the reality of it. You're not gonna like the first videos you put up, but those first videos that you put up today is gonna help you become a better creator tomorrow. So you may as well just start now and get that part out of the way where you might not be completely perfect with videos, but ultimately you'll be better for it.
Awesome. That is some really great advice from Kofi. I've heard it said before, your first videos are your worst videos, and that's totally okay. You've got to start somewhere, and there's always room to grow. You guys have got this. I'm here right now with Jason. Jason, could you encourage the audience real quick?
Absolutely. One of the things I struggle with is just, being nervous, afraid. Afraid maybe is too strong of a word, but you know the deal. You get a little nervous, you might have a portrait shoot coming up, and you're not sure, you're nervous, the customer might be disappointed. So my advice to you is I get nervous too, okay? It's a human thing. Just get after it, get out there, and even if you're afraid, just don't hesitate, just do it anyway. That's my advice.
Having courage is you actually need fear present to be courageous. So if that's your case, like you've got to realize that like in order to be a person who's bold, who's courageous, you have to have fear as an obstacle. So if you're a little bit afraid, you're in a great place because you have the opportunity to do it. So all that to say, you guys have got this. Let's go. Thanks, Jason.
Oh, yeah, very well said.
I'm here with YC. Could you encourage the audience real quick?
If you're an up-and-coming creator, I think the biggest thing for you to pay attention to is if you're having fun or not. You're gonna hear a lot of tips, a lot of tricks on how to further your business, how to grow your audience. But if you're not having fun, you're not gonna stick in it. So find the fun in it.
That's awesome advice. Definitely find the fun. You guys have got this. Thanks so much to all of the creators who took a moment to share some encouragement, and shout out to Sony for putting on the event and bringing us all together. I want to leave you guys with a quick encouragement of my own. Creativity is like a fingerprint. It's unique. It can ID you. It's your own. And in the same way is your creativity. You've got your own unique style, your own approach, your own voice, your own background, your own things you've walked through. All of that comes together, and that makes up how you approach being creative. There's a quote I came across recently that said, "Comparison is the fastest way to kill something special." And like we just said, you have something special. You've got that special, unique fingerprint. Don't compare it to somebody else's. You've got to lean into you. In fact, I'll be super real with you guys. Even with this video right here, I almost didn't even post it because, you know, in some of the shots, it's like, oh, the lighting's not very good, or like, oh, the audio could have been better, or like, man, I wish I would have got like interviews with these other people when I was hanging out with them too. I just didn't think of it. And all of these things, all of these thoughts coming in that would have just killed and squashed this video because of, you know, comparing it to something else. And ultimately, we've just got to come against that. We've got to fight that and realize that, you know, it can still be something special and you can still put it out there and it can actually impact and add value to somebody. And really, that's the ultimate goal. God designed you for a reason, and I truly believe that the content you will create can be unique and impactful and powerful. So you've just got to start leaning into it, develop those skills, sharpen those skills, and the best way to do that is to really just start posting. People need the message that you're going to share. They need the community that you're going to build, and they need the content that you are going to create. So stay creative. I hope that you're leaving this video feeling encouraged, and if you want to watch a little bit more from these creators and kind of dive into our trip and see the whole event that we were a part of, you can watch all of that right here. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, stay creative. Peace.